Hey Canucks fans, how far away are the Canucks from being true Stanley Cup contenders? I'm Canuck Clay. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. This is my Canucks take all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Saturday, June the 26th. Subscribe for Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. I asked this question obviously because we are getting set for a Stanley Cup Finals that features the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Montreal Canadiens, and I will preview this series either tomorrow or likely on Monday. But for now, you look at these two teams, and we got to see Montreal quite a bit because they're in the same North Division that the Vancouver Canucks were in. We didn't do that well against them, as you guys know. But you look at the way these two teams are made up, the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Montreal Canadiens, and I'm asking the question is how far are the Canucks from that? How far are the Canucks from being a true Stanley Cup contender? And you can answer the question in terms of time, or you can answer the question in terms of personnel. And I think I'm going to try and answer the question both ways. So in the Tampa Bay Lightning, $18 million on top of the salary cap aside, we know they are filled with some really, really high quality scoring forwards. Kucherov, Stamkos, and Point. And then this next wave of really good players as well. Palat, Gord, Johnson, Killorn. And then you have your role players like Gaudreau and Patrick Maroon, and that's all on offense. I'm sure I missed a couple guys too. On defense, you're led by Hedman, Sergachev, Chernik, Savard, McDonough. So many good players on D, and then of course Vasilevsky in net. So Tampa Bay Lightning are stacked, top to bottom. In the Montreal Canadiens, you could say that Carey Price has been the biggest story for them. They're getting a lot of good contributions from their youth. Cole Caulfield, Nick Suzuki, Kotkaniemi, the guy's name I can never say. Some good veteran play from guys like Weber and even Corey Perry. And then, of course, not as prolific up front as, say the Tampa Bay Lightning are, but certainly they work together. They play together as a five-man unit, six-man if you include the goalie. And they're a really good team. And they're peaking at the right time. And we're not going to complain or be jealous that, this whole notion of just getting into the playoffs and anything can happen. The Montreal Canadiens are showing that. Yes, giving props for being a really good team right now and peaking at the right time. But they're also I think they're the lowest ranked team out of all the points-wise, out of all the teams that made the postseason. So you look at Tampa, you look at Montreal, and you look, okay, so what do the Vancouver Canucks need? What are they missing? I think what they're missing from a personnel standpoint, and then we'll talk about the timing, the same things that we're talking about, what are their immediate needs? I think they need at least one more, if not two, but at least one more top six player. That way you're not relying on the Podkolzins or the Hoglanders or the Pearsons all the time. So I think you need one top six player. You need one third line center, whether that's JT Miller or hopefully someone else. You need another bottom six winger that's more prolific than McEwen or Roussel or Beagle or Tyler Mott's really the only bottom six guy that I think is a true bona fide good bottom six guy, like really good. And then I think you need a good defenseman on either side. I love Hughes. You guys know I'm really high on Rathbone, but is that Edler or someone else on the left side? On the right, you have Schmidt and Myers, but is Hamnick coming back? And goalie's the one place I think you're set with Demko for the next 5 seasons. So that I just named 4 things. You need another top 6 forward. You need a third line center. You need another bottom 6 forward, and actually 5 things. You need 2 defensemen, 1 on each side. So that's to be a true Stanley Cup contender. To make the playoffs, I think the Canucks can make the playoffs next season. I really do. I'm not just saying that because I'm biased. I'm the founder of the GLCPC. I really think you do. You look at the Pacific Division. Now, some people say it's going to be a weaker division, which I believe. Others say, no, maybe we're sleeping on a couple teams. But I see Vegas and Edmonton as the only, quote, guarantees to make the playoffs. Those are the worst air quotes ever, quote, to make the playoffs. Then I see Vancouver fighting with Calgary, Seattle, and LA. I see those 4 teams. 2 of them will make the playoffs. And then, in my humble opinion, I see Anaheim and San Jose being a tier below. So I do think the Canucks have a chance to make the playoffs. And, going back to what I said 2 minutes ago, you could argue if the Canucks get in the playoffs, anything can happen. But what I'm really focusing on is how long until they become a true contender, percentage-wise and odds-wise. So I've kind of laid out what I think we need. A top 6 winger, a third line center, a bottom 6 winger, or forward, I should say. So a top 6 forward, third line center, bottom 6 forward, and then 1 good defenseman on each of the sides on the blue line. I do think that they can make the playoffs next season, just with another season. I think Pettersson and Hughes and Miller in particular will have bounce back seasons. You just need 10% more from all those guys. Besser was good this year. Horvat was good. I think Nate Schmidt will have a much better season, and Thatcher Demko. And then another season of Hoglander and Podkolzin could surprise some people. So when you look at the core of the Canucks, you have an elite goaltender in Demko, you have an elite defenseman in Hughes, and you have elite forward in Pettersson. You have at least one center, especially. So you have one elite player at each position. Then when you look at the true core, I'm not even including Miller because Miller's good, but he's a little bit older. So a true young core of Demko, Hughes, Horvat, Besser, Pettersson. You can throw Podkolzin and Hoglander in there. That's pretty good. That should get you in the playoffs every season, truly. And maybe this season, it's a combination of the tough scheduling and then, of course, the COVID outbreak. Maybe it simply wasn't in the cards for the Canucks to make the playoffs this year. But that should be a team that makes the playoffs going forward. So the second part of the question, now we know what we need. How long is it going to take? You guys might remember when I started the Zoom chats last season during the COVID break, one of my first ones was with Thomas Drance. And this clip that I shared got a lot of play where I said, how long is it going to be until the Canucks are a true contender? And when I said contender, I was thinking Final Four or Stanley Cup Finals. So I said 4 or 5 years. And this was back in March or April of 2020. And Drance laughed me out of the Zoom call. And I shared it on social media because I thought it was a funny clip. He said, no, it's got to be in the next 2 or 3 years. And remember, this was March 2020. So we finished that season. And we just finished another season. So technically next season is the last year of Thomas Drance's 2 or 3 years window. Whereas I did say 4 or 5 years. And to me, that's probably actually looking like a better bet right now because next season, the Canucks still got to escape out of the contracts of Beagle, Roussel, Eriksson, Holtby, and the Luongo recapture penalty. But all that will come off the books at the end of next season. And the Canucks will have a lot of money to play with next offseason to build on that core that I talked about. So maybe 4 or 5 years is what's going to take from 2020. So maybe we're looking at the 2024-25 season or even the 23-24 season, which would be 4 years until the Canucks are true Stanley Cup contenders. That might seem like a long time from now, but that's 2 seasons from now, right? Next season is 21-22. The season after that is 22-23. So in my 4-year window, it would actually be the 23-24 season. So when you look at it that way, yes, that seems like a long time from now, but if the Canucks have a chance to do some damage in next season's, free agent market, so on and so forth, a good draft this year, who knows what happens next year, and maturing from all the core players, I think that's realistic. I really do. That maybe 2 seasons from now, 23-24, the Canucks are contending, at least have a potential to contend for the Stanley Cup. When I say contend, it's got to be Final Four, of course, the finals itself. So there's some things. There's some things where I think the Canucks need, and there's a prediction of how long it's going to take. Again, top 6 forward, third line center, bottom 6 forward, left shot D, right shot D. Those 5 main pieces, got to address that over the next 2 seasons, then maybe 1 season of trying to gel, and then they're contending again 2 seasons from now. When you hear that, Canucks fans, does that seem like way too long, or is that realistic, or do you think I'm being way too optimistic and it's going to take even longer than that for the Canucks to be Cup contenders? Remember, my criteria for Cup contender, Final Four. So this year, as a corollary, comparable, it was Vegas, Montreal, Tampa, and the Islanders. We definitely agree the Canucks aren't at that level right now, but how long is it going to take for them to get there? Leave a comment below. I love to read, react, and reply as always. Tell me how long you think it'll take for the Canucks to be Final Four finalists, so to speak, a Final Four team. And let me know if you agree on those 5 pieces that we need. Do you think we don't need that many, or do you think we need even more than that? You can comment on our core players as well. Leave a comment. I would love to read, react, and reply as always. Hall of Fame members, don't forget to respond to my post and my invite to the Zoom chats tomorrow, Monday, and Tuesday. Got to wrap it up over the next 3 days. And I want to give a shout out to those Hall of Fame members: Jens95, Sim Alexander, Justin Credible, Nux fan number 29, Lucas Gates, Chris Seifert, Adam Broomfield, Shea Family Channel, Jamie Sports Talk Moore, and Shannon Hollingworth. Thanks for your support as always, and thanks to the support of all members of all levels. You are listed in my video descriptions. If you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, press the join button underneath this or in my videos, or in the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. Lastly, I forgot to mention that. I should have mentioned this off the start, but I'll put it in the title. Today's Saturday, tomorrow is Sunday. That means I'm going to look for questions for my Ask Me Anything. So put it down in the comments below, and I'll get to it in tomorrow's vlog. Just start it off with the letters AMA, so I know it's indeed a question for consideration for my Ask Me Anything vlog tomorrow. And then I got a live stream tomorrow night, my regular Sunday night live stream at 10 p.m. after a full day of Zoom chats. Okay, there we go, Canucks fans. If you're out in the heat today, please stay safe, take care of yourselves, hydrate well, and don't overdo yourself. Don't stress yourself out today. Be like me, relax, chill, and a nice mixture of outside and inside, and drinking a lot of water. Leave a comment below. Subscribe if you'd like to. Like this video if you'd like to. Become a member of this channel if you'd like to. Stay safe, stay healthy. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Have a great day. God bless. And go Canucks go.